Okay, then time for us to continue on with the
That must make you my Vanguard captain.
Vanguard missions.
Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm
My
Deputy
Vanguard
Chief
captain.
Diplomat
People really like the idea of owning us, don't they?
Second in command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack.
Yes.
You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Yes.
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC's already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Okay, so one of them is going to be quicker, but it's based on a dice roll. The other one's a little bit longer, and that's probably the one that most people are going to want the walkthrough style. Or... phone's vibrating, one sec. So, this shouldn't take us too long. No problem, I'm just using... yeah, let's get this done.
I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
Now, we have to go through all of the dialogue for both of them. This is going to take time, so I'm going to skip forward. Okay then, so come into your inventory, make sure you have some Hippolyta. This is going to make dealing with the Freestar Collective Diplomat Lady much easier. Exactly what I'm going to be using. That combined with the fact that we already should have level 3 in Persuasion is going to make this fairly simple. It's also going to mean we get to keep those 9,000 credits we've got given, so not a bad trade, in my opinion. We don't need to do any bribing. Get on down here. So we'll start with the Freestar Collective Lady, and then we'll move on to the almost dungeony area. Basically, we're going to go into House of Varun, and it's going to be like all crazy. No, it's a bit trippy, actually. Quite a good experience. But anyways, let's get on over there. It makes us go this direction. No, I thought we had the choice. I guess we don't. So anyways, as you can see, simple as follow the waypoint. I'll skip forward a bit.
Been 2 decades since
Let's head on up the lift. I need to try and get Sarah liking me, though. I enjoy having Sarah in the party. She's really good and insightful in a lot of situations. I haven't obviously tried many of the other followers, but she is just very, very good.
I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not happy visiting anything related to the Freestar Collective. But you lead, and I'll follow.
I didn't know that.
Terramorphs? As in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint.
You clearly do not know what's going on.
I wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast.
Right, so let's get ready here. Take some pills, take a quick save.
We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
I've got a strategic advantage over you now.
I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
Yes.
Sounds like it was a
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
Yes.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection. that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Such an a-hole. I hate everything about you.
I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go?
No.
You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance, one, to convince me. Understood. I'm listening.
So it's big, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you need to go for at least 3 here. Have an auto persuade though. Do that.
I suppose I have seen some promising actions by this current administration. I suppose you're right. Our job and our responsibility.
Just one more success.
It's possible I might be letting my history cloud my judgment. Possibly. Well, Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once, you get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight.
Correct.
Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement?
Voilà.
Excellent. Follow me.
Team ports.
They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Don't make me regret this, Captain. Code generator's just this way.
When they give it to me.
Here. It's not supposed to be a long process. It is for emergencies, after all.
Cool. As you can see, you could break in and steal it, but can only assume that's not going to foster very good relations between the factions that we have here. I can't remember if there was stuff in here or not. I feel like there was a room with credits in it. There's something. Am I hidden? Yes. Well, let's grab the safe. No credits in the safe. Bad people, bad jokes. Well, there's no point in stealing drugs either, because the game just seems to prefer using the legal ones. Alright, let's leave. We got a few credits. It wasn't really worth it, but we got a few. What about in here? I am sure someone just pressed randomize on lockers. Like they probably made like certain locker builds and just randomized throughout the game. It makes sense, I suppose. Trying to populate all like 10 million lockers in the game would probably be difficult. Anyways, let's head out to the actual combative part then, shall we? Let's go ahead and skip forward. We're just going to go to the House of Varun now. Okay, so we're still following the waypoint, and here we are. We have our pass that allows us to get in. to an area that we were not previously able to. There is a lock-pickable door at the end of this, which, actually I know where the key is. I wonder if people will look for that. Maybe I'll do that as a segment after we've done this video. It's not like incredibly important, but I'm sure somebody will be looking for it. Anything good here? Yeah, there is credits. Look at that. Hello. Keep an eye out for all this stuff. We're going to be heading into some combat here, so bring along anything you feel like you need. I think I've got a good enough amount of health here. I've got to heal 50 times, so... Damn. That is so crazy. 50 heals. The fact that that's to unlock weapon modding, which realistically we need to start sooner rather than later.
Well, this isn't what I expected at all. It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy.
Speak, flip the switch. What's that? None of this counts as stealing, which is good. Some crits. How is our wealth looking now? 138k. Wow. We're going to move on to the Freestar Collective next. Mostly because when I was doing the Crimson Fleet mission, if you don't go into that with a decent ship, it's it can be pretty hairy to get around. I've got some good tips for people struggling with it, so I'll definitely make sure I use those. But yeah, it was a challenge to say the least. So we're probably going to do Freestar Collective next, and then we can move on to move probably onto the UC Def one. I think that's probably the best one, and then I think it probably is the smoothest to do Neon last, and then we'll have done all the faction quests halfway. Lots of robots, as you can see. Bit trippy though, like all of the sensors and stuff start going a bit weird in here because of all these drug plants that they're using. Need 0 wife something. Alright, let's go for that. Some bullets. And what's this? The polygon. Gives me back the one that we used. It's almost like they planned for it, isn't it? Find our way through. Quite a few rooms where there's going to be like multiple robots. Because that one aggro's on you, we're going to have some running over to us now. Where are they? Where are they? Oh, there's a few in this room. Some red disc, give me that. Some creds. We've got another switch to throw in here. Where is it? I believe we can switch those turrets over with that, but I don't feel like it's worth lockpicking that for it, really. Also need some additional heals now. I need to like make some heals. I think we go down after going up. I think that's the way to progress, but we have to open it up. So up to the top first. Yeah, use some ammunition. Come on. I mean, we're already in town, so even if it is only going to be like a few hundred credits, probably is worth picking up. Where are you all? I seem to remember there being quite a lot. in here. Where are the rest? Is it those? Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a lot. Look, so we keep, like, trying to get the drop on them is the best way. Oh, Sarah! Right in front of me. I've got a good plan for you later, Sarah. Yes, I have. Everything it is. Let's get over here. No, actually, that's not worth it. Yeah, I was going to say a turret. Oh, I forgot about it. I was like, wait a minute, when you come here, there's a turret. And then the reason that's not worth picking, unless you really don't want to like go near that turret, is because it already opens there, which is kind of crazy. I don't know why you need to put a big lock there for that. Right, somebody would have made that decision. This is a handcrafted counter right now, right? Give me all the goodies, thank you. I've lights now so we can see properly. Obviously, you guys can be more thorough in sifting through all this. There's probably some bits of loot that I've missed. I don't think there's any magazines or anything till we get downstairs. I'm pretty sure there's one in the last room. Oh yeah, a couple more robots in here. In here there's the dog ones. Damn it. Get shots off fast enough. And these ones are obviously more aggressive. Ouch. I thought there was a turret as well. Is that you? No? I was sure there was another one in here. How weird. Right, so anyway, don't bother trying to pick through this. The key.
What seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the great serpent's designs for us.
He's come out front, has he?
You have my thanks.
The key is on that shelf. I'm going to take a save before I pick it up so I can make a little video out of it. Before he comes back in here, I'm going to get this done.
You've learned to pick.
Few extra credits for me.
I don't want to know.
That's not stealing, we get that as a prize. Can't remember if there's anything else in here. Don't think so. Nope, so that's all loot for us. Basically counts as we have completed the dungeon. Grab the key. And then open this. Just a bit more loot. There's nothing incredible in here. There is this. It's not amazing, but it's there if you want it. This wasn't worth picking when I did this on the stream, just to see if it's randomized, maybe a little better. I'll pick it now, just to show you guys what's in there. Barrel. Right now, let's get this done. Oops, just so you guys can see through the master lock. 1700 credits. Exterminator suppress car. Oh, actually, that's going to be very useful. Also, going to be fighting Terramorphs. So that exterminator proc there is actually pretty good, particularly with the suppressor. So that means if you sneak, that's let me double this. Get that now. We're good. What else got in here? I think that's everything. So yeah, the roll this time was better than the one I got last time. So that's actually kind of useful. Let's go speak to the dude. I need your permission to access some information, mister.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly? Is that right?
Plenty of options to give him there.
I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information then. On terror morphs, presumably, hmm? Do I see this all clearly?
Perceptive for an old man.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage.
We can go with that.
The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
That is the intention, my guy.
As the chair of Constellation, I take personal responsibility in vouching for this woman's integrity. She'll keep her word.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
Good time taking this loot. Is anything you want?
Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good.
Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your junk.
I have a way. Okay. I love her sarcasm. It's so good. Okay. I don't remember there being a quick way out, so we have to walk through it all now just to get out. And because we've all just gone through it, I don't feel like you need me to show you the way. If you happen to know like an exit here that I missed, I'd love to hear it in the comments. But I'm gonna go ahead, walk out, and we'll go straight back to McIntyre so that we can continue on with the quest. Okay then, so picking up back in the main mast building, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Elizabeth right here.
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? We're all in agreement. So the old man was still lurking around in there. Fine work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Oh yeah. What time are we on? Like 25 minutes. And before we do the mission he gives us, we're gonna need different weapons. We're gonna want some EM weaponry. I'm trying to avoid doing a heavy rebuild on my ship for a while, but we may have to. But they're 18. 6 isn't necessary. I could change that. 3 crew. We can't have more than 3 crew until we get to the higher end social tree anyway. We'll move forward. If we just have to change one weapon, I'll just change one weapon. That's not a problem. We'll take the missiles off. So, I'm going to finish the episode here. Is that? No. Looks a lot like Hadrian, but not quite. Right, so let's end the episode here. In the next one, there's going to be some revelations. If you don't want to be spoiled, obviously feel free to go on ahead, and we will continue with that.